First John 4:19. We love because He first loved us.
Hello guys! Surprise! You've been seeing Elijah on our videos and sometimes you see him with other guests. But now, what you see is me. I hate things like this, but there are things you do for love. And I couldn't think of any other way to surprise you but to show myself on camera. So, happy anniversary! Mahal! So, it's been a long time since I called you that, Mahal. Usually it's just Jai or Daddy. And time flies so fast. And now we're already on our 6th years. Yeah, 6th year. Usually, couples share the things they learned or discovered about their marriage. But today, I would like to share things that I still haven't learned for the past 6 years. Learned as a spouse or as a wife to you. So, I'm sharing the six usual lines that Jireh is telling me, that you are telling me whenever we have conflicts. So, number 1, hindi ka nga nagsasabi ng thank you. Okay, so that's the first line that he is always telling me. What the learning I have to learn from that is that I should learn how to appreciate you, appreciate my spouse. So, Mahal, I want to appreciate you for everything that you are doing, and especially for being patient with me. People are, I know they are already putting much pressure on you, especially this pandemic. And most of the time, I'm the one pressuring you the most. And I know you hate that. But thank you for the patience, and you are the most patient person I know. I love how you absorb all my worries and anxieties and negativities and still show up to be gentle, kind, and loving. Second, puro ka reklamo. Yeah, so I have to learn that nobody is perfect and that you are not perfect and that I am not perfect. And so I want to thank you for still being patient with me, and that I should learn to offer suggestions and appreciate you more rather than imposing or complaining on how things should be done. Okay, third is, sandali lang, hindi ako robot. So yan, that's your usual line when I try to rush things on you. Sorry for Elijah's background. Okay, so here, I should learn to wait and respect of your time. And I'm sorry for not being mindful of your time, and that I'm not being mindful of what you are doing at the moment, and I interrupt you whenever I want you to do something for me, or whenever I ask you to do something. And thank you for reminding me, for making me realize that what you do is important too. And so instead of nagging you to do things right away, I'll make sure to ask you when is the best time that you can do this, and I will trust that you will also do that on the time we have agreed upon. Okay, so fourth. Hindi mo ginagawa yung mga pinapagawa ko. Okay, so the learning here is to serve and support you. And because serving and supporting you is also serving God. And yeah, I'm so persuasive when I ask you to do something. But when it's the other way around, when you're asking me to do something, I ignore it most of the time, or I make excuses for me not to do it. And yeah, I seem to forget that you are my priority too. And Mahal, sorry for not helping you and supporting you when in fact I should be the first person to support you in everything. So how can I support you? Let me serve you, as I was reminded that serving you is also serving God. Number 5. Hindi tayo nag-uusap. Kapag nag-uusap tayo, hindi ka nakikinig. Kaya ayoko makipag-usap sa'yo. So that is your line as well. And with that, I should learn to listen. So before I speak up or before saying anything, I should listen first. And listening means being present at the moment. And I'm sorry for making you feel that I don't listen whenever you talk to me, because I multitask. I tend to do something else and not focus on you. And so with that, instead of multitasking, I will choose to stop everything first and be present to you when you are talking to me. Ay, ang hirap. Okay, next, last but not the least, that I should learn, but I think for me this is very hard because this is the root of all problems and all conflicts. You always say you choose to be right or be loved. And what is the learning that I have to learn from it? Be humble, humility. And I appreciate you for you being such a humble person. And that you always remind me that I should choose love always and think always of a win-win situation. Thank you for reminding me that no one should ever feel that one is inferior and that both parties should always be happy and fulfilled. Yeah, there is a give and take, but we should always find a win-win situation. So with that, I will always choose love and let down my pride, extend mercy and grace, when in fact God is gracious and merciful enough, so how can I not? And thank you for being that person. Thank you for showing up as gracious and merciful. And thank you for being an example of humility to me. And please support me to be humble and remind me that I should always choose love. So yeah, that's the top 6. Summarizing it, the top 6 that I haven't learned and I will learn, and that I will do starting from now on, is 1, to appreciate you, and 2, to learn and acknowledge that nobody is perfect, and that I am not perfect as well. that I should give you know, well, that nobody's perfect. And yeah, no expectations, just appreciations. 3 is to wait, that I should learn to wait and respect your time. And 4th, to serve and support you in everything. And 5th is to learn to listen, that I should learn to listen. And number 6 is to be humble and always choose love. Yeah. So there, that's the 6th in 6 years of marriage. This is hard, but I trust God that He will transform me, and His love alone is sufficient for me to be able to do these things. So I praise God for 6 years of our togetherness. And my prayer is for God to be the center of this marriage, and so that I will be the Proverbs 31 woman I promised you to be. Ay, may God glorified in our marriage. I love you. Mahal na mahal kita.